It's time now to meet our first guest. She's the newest arrival on one of TV's longest-running medical dramas, Holby City, of course. And from the looks of this clip, Surgeon Bernie Wolfe is taking no prisoners.
Where the hell have you been? And don't insult my intelligence with another chain of command speech. I had no choice.
If you've quite finished, just tell me what happened.
He had a massive bleed, which no one picked up on because you insisted on caring for him yourself. Except you didn't. You let him down. This man to whom you say you owe everything. But as you've made perfectly clear, he's your patient, it's your call, so good luck with that.
Wait! I'd like you in theatre. Please.
I'd also like her in theatre, please. I'm delighted she's here on our telly. It's Jemma Redgrave!
Nice to see you!
Well, how lovely to have you here.
Thank you very much for asking me.
For anybody who hasn't seen Bernie yet, what's she up to? Who is she? What's brought her here?
What brought her here to Holby is an injury that she picked up in a car that rolled. An IED hit the car she was travelling in Afghanistan, where she was teaching medics. She's an army medic, and she was flown straight back, not to Bryce Norton, but to Holby City.
Yeah.
Handy. And it was terrifying. Operated on successfully, hooray, by Guy Self and Ollie Valentine. And then after a stint in the hospital recovering from open heart surgery and disc surgery, she was offered a job. I was offered a job. It's confusing, isn't it? Anyway, and so now I'm working.
Which sounds less mental, referring to yourself in the third person.
It's really strange, but it's great. She's a really interesting character because she works in a world where there is no NHS politics, where she's in charge completely of the environment that she works in, and she's now in a situation where there's a great deal of oversight and management and politics, and it's not her thing. So there's a lot of room for the clashes.
I love the fact that she's quite feisty. I mean, she's already given Jack Naylor, a piece of her mind. Is that what we're going to see more of?
She's extremely confident in her own abilities. Some would say arrogant. I think she's just confident in her own abilities. And she's not afraid to say so. And she's tough, but she's warm. But I think that she will stand her ground against anybody. Which is great.
It's always good to see that.
Well, it is, and it's great to play too, because as a performer, you always think that you could have always done it better.
Right.
I think she really feels that she did it great. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, a woman of absolute confidence.
Yes.
But is that, when you're on the battlefield, it's like, you have to just get on and do it and get it done.
Yeah.
You didn't have any medical qualifications before you took on this role, so was there a lot of research that you had to do once you knew you would be stepping into it?
I did. I worked with Medical Mike, one of the brilliant medical advisors on the show. He's a nurse, and he taught me suturing on a prosthetic in the brilliant prosthetics lab that they have there, where they create the bodies that we work on.
Yeah.
And so I worked with him, and I haven't been into hospital to watch an operation, but we also have consultants on the show consultant surgeons who advise and help us as we go along. So I sort of, it's like rolling research. But I'd done a play a few years ago at the Tricycle and then on tour in America. We did a command performance for the Pentagon, actually, but that's another story. And I played an army medic in a Simon Stevens play who'd been working in Afghanistan, and we did a lot of research around that.
Oh, so that's quite handy.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, because I'm not squeamish at all, he is, but do you get squeamish when you have to do all that gory stuff, or not?
No. No, it's fabulous. No, I love it. I'm like you. I'm fascinated. I want to know more. The only thing that's made me squeamish was one of the actors I was working with. He wasn't one of the core team. He was a visiting surgeon, and he was. It was like a carpentry set he had, and he had to put a bone back together with with bolts, basically nails and bolts. And he was quite gung ho about twisting, that you can hear it as he twists. And he said, "Would you be quite? You'd be quite full on with this." And the guy said, "No, imagine you're just putting together 2 porcelain plates. So one ratchet too many, and that made me feel a little
beautiful." You stepped into this, but you're going to be in it for a while. Is that?
Yeah. No, they asked me originally for 6 months. They had a really good idea about the character, and I thought she sounded great, and I started, and within a few weeks they said, would I continue for a year? And I think that she's got so much. I think she's so multifaceted. I think she's so interesting and so dynamic. And it's such a
It's good that you feel that way, because you could be in it a while.
Yes.
If other medical dramas are something to go by, Holby City's been on air for 17 years.
No.
Yes.
809 episodes so far.
No.
So another 17. That's the number to beat. You would think an unbeatable number, but of course the sister show Casualty is older, 29 years old, and has been on air for 986 episodes.
Good God.
And this year will make its 1,000th. An unbeatable number, right, everyone?
Yes.
Wrong. Over in the Atlantic, ABC's General Hospital, 53 years old, and has had, count them off, 13,510 episodes, including the one going out today.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Quite so.
Sorry about that.
No, it's absolutely fine. Listen, we were just talking about skewering bones together. Oh, you'd be all right with that.
Let's hear it for the brilliant Jemma Redgrave. Thank you so much.